As an international 100 and 200 meter sprinter, I'm constantly training hard on the track and in the gym. I'm always looking for tools to improve my performance and make my life as an athlete easier. So in this video, we'll be looking at some of the most effective and essential pieces of equipment that you should own. Most of these items are not only useful, but also incredibly cheap. Let's get straight into it.
All right, we're back. I've been doing a lot of training. We've been getting back into it, getting back in shape. You've probably seen me do some different types of training, utilizing lots of different types of equipment, especially for my Achilles rehab, strength work, balance work, recovery. Any way that I can optimize my training that doesn't necessarily involve running on the track, that's what I've been looking at to help me out, essentially. So we've got a box here. We're gonna take a look what's inside the box. So this was actually sent to me by Temu. These guys reached out to me and wanted to send me some stuff to help out with my training. I've seen a lot of people getting stuff from there, like getting insane deals. A lot of people that I speak to say that it's really good stuff, and I've never tried it for myself. So I thought, you know what better way to find out if the Temu equipment is legit than to actually test it myself. I've got a bunch of equipment here, different types of stuff. We're gonna take a look and see if it's the real deal. There's gonna be a coupon code as well for you guys to use, so you can go in and shop on Temu and get yourself a bunch of stuff like this. I know what I thought this is too good to be true, but here we are. Everything that I'm going through, I'll drop all the products in the description. There'll be the prices on there, links. So let's get into it. The Temu website was pretty straightforward, to be fair. There's a search bar at the top. You can search for pretty much anything. I had no trouble finding pretty much anything that I wanted. Add everything to your basket as normal and then check out. Within about a week, in my case, all the items arrived, and here we are, testing out the products. Let's see if they're good. All right, so we've got 3 items here, which I'm pretty excited about, especially these 2.
So we're going to come back to those 3 items at the end. There's a few other things that I want to show you first.
Now, all this stuff was super cheap. Got a few resistance bands going up to £50 to £125, which is £125, about 50 kg, I want to say. It feels solid. This does the job. Pretty self-explanatory, resistance bands. These are some core sliders. I don't think it'll work on this surface, but again, I'm going to go in the gym and test these out.
So initially, I wasn't really sure what to expect from the core sliders, but they were pretty good, to be honest. Here I'm showing them on the wooden floor where they work pretty solid, to be honest, very good. However, the only problem was if you use them on anything that's not wooden, they're just not going to work properly. So any kind of wooden or laminate floor, they're good. Anything other than that, probably not.
Now this is what I've been excited for. I've been looking everywhere for some good slanted yoga blocks, and for some reason I've been struggling to find them. Tibialis raisers, pronation and supination, like small foot exercises basically to strengthen the intrinsic muscles in my feet. So it's like a heel wedge, which again does the job. This is the dumbbell strap, so I can strap my foot onto the dumbbell.
Now these I was actually pretty impressed with. Strapping straight onto the dumbbell, I was expecting it to be a little bit unstable, but they're actually very solid. Basically attaching my foot to a dumbbell, and it does the job pretty nicely. Fairly comfortable, and as you can see here, very stable as well.
It's like soft, but not soft. Basically a massage ball, but not as harsh as a hockey ball. Now I'm forever rolling my calves and my feet with like a golf ball, and I wanted to try this, and I wanted to see if this actually works with releasing tension in my Achilles. I always find that if I golf ball the bottom of my foot and my perineal nerve just on the top of my calf going down, that kind of releases my Achilles off. The main thing I'm trying to see with this is this actually going to bend? The thing is, if I stand on this, is it going to get put out of shape? Seems all right. Resistance bands I can strap these onto my feet, I think. Now this one I'm excited about. If this works the way I'm hoping it works, this would be amazing. We could do with a little bit more resistance. Essentially what I'm after is hip flexion, give you some resistance, but it's not quite as much as I would have hoped for, as opposed to just doing a banded setup. Maybe with something like this, there needs to be a way to stretch them more. For those of you that have been watching the last couple episodes of the speed operation know that I've been working on my core. Standard ab wheel, we're gonna test this.
So here we have the ab roller, putting myself to the test. Not really too much to mention with this. It's pretty standard, does the job, does what it says on the tin. For using it, I wasn't sure how stable it was going to be, but it is pretty robust and it does the job.
So this is a balance board. I'm actually excited about this one because it's going to be really good for my Achilles. There's 2 parts to it. So it's 2 wooden balancers with some grips on, and then they've got these balance kind of blocks on the bottom. Basically, this is a lot more challenging than balancing on the half foam roller, which you will have seen me do. And you can see it wobbles not only from the front of the foot, but also from the heel as well, which is exactly what we're after. And straight away, that is a lot more challenging than the half foam roller. And then obviously what I'm looking for is, boom, even bigger balance block. Again, a slanted one, which again, for some reason, I don't know why I struggled so much to find these anywhere else, but yeah, have them on Temu. It's solid. Again, I didn't know before. I was skeptical about the products. I thought, is this legit? Is this going to be something where it arrives and it's just not what was on the description whatsoever? Is it going to be like, you know, super bad quality? But you know what? So far, everything kind of does what it says on the tin. Here we go. Okay, so these are anti-gravity boots, not in the way you think. You hook them on to the pull-up bar, hang upside down. These little hooks will go onto the bar and you relax there for like 30 seconds, a minute, it will just extend your spine. Now, this is the type of thing where obviously these need to be good, because if these break, it's not going to be good.
Now this is the one that I was probably the most nervous for, the anti-gravity boots. Now these things are actually really useful. I've used some very expensive ones before and they're extremely good for stretching out the posterior chain. I was a bit nervous because the materials felt a little bit cheaper than the more expensive ones, but the hooks themselves were very strong, so these did the job. Absolutely no complaints.
All the stuff that I've got here is basically stuff that I need and stuff that I want to integrate into my training. We might as well get some stuff that's going to be useful. For when myself and Coach Regan, who run Team TSO, were setting up the group and, you know, buying equipment for the guys to use at training, we were buying equipment from, you know, various places, and we spent a lot of money on very, very basic stuff, kind of similar to this. And we actually wanted to find stuff like this, and we ended up having to spend more money on products that weren't actually the same as this. So I would say, so far, in terms of a wide range of products, and them not being stupidly expensive, you know, super impressed here, surpassed my expectation. Especially, I can't believe that we paid so much for resistance bands beforehand, because these are literally the exact same thing. So this is a bag. I have a lot of stuff. I take my filming stuff, I take my training stuff. A lot of the times I'll take a change of clothes. So I need a bag that carries a lot of stuff. Otherwise, what ended up happening was I was taking like 2 or 3 bags to train in, which is just not what you want. So we've got this beast of a bag. Yeah, this is sick. I don't even want to say how many pockets this thing's got on it. This is exactly what I'm after. Every single compartment has pockets. What's this zip at the back? So there's a zip at the back here, which goes all the way around. Ah, that just opens it up. So you know when you put stuff in your bag and it like compresses? So this like releases it, so it opens up even more space. So it's just a huge bag, basically. Good. This is the type of thing where I would expect, if somebody passed me this, I would expect this to be like £60, £65, something like that. Yeah, impressed with this, especially with the fact that it has the front pocket on as well, which opens all the way out. Look at the size of the bag. I think this holds 80 litres. Yeah, I'm actually going to be rocking this at training all the time. Okay, so we have a massage gun. The packaging isn't the best. What matters is, does the massage gun work? So let's find out. It does feel like quite cheap plastic, but again, this was very cheap. The good thing is this has a pretty nice attachment for my Achilles. Whoa, that's actually quite strong. It looks like it responds to the pressure that you put on. So when I lift, it goes slow, and then when I press, it will switch on. That's mad. What? Am I tripping, or is this like, does anybody else have one that does this? That's incredible. Because at first I was using it and thinking, well, this is not really strong. Like, I was about to say I'm not really impressed with it, but then, yeah, that's cool. That is cool. I'm assuming it does the same thing with all of them as well, for me use this one. So I've now put it up to the max setting. It hasn't changed, but if I press, mad, there we go. Good stuff. Materials are quite cheap on this. I mean, obviously reflective in the price, like it's not a £200 massage gun. However, it does the job. It depends how much money you're wanting to spend. If you're wanting something on a budget, like this pretty much does the job. So now we have another massage gun, and this one presented premium straight away. It just feels more premium, so this one feels a lot nicer. Okay, so this one I'm actually excited about. This was like the main one. Obviously you've got loads of different attachments in here, however there's one specific attachment which I'm excited for, and it's this. So this is actually a heated element. Now I'm excited to try this. I'm hoping this works as it's supposed to. So there's a button, so if I press this button, and there's a little green button, I don't think you can see that, but you can see if I press the button again, they have 3 settings: 113 Fahrenheit, 122 Fahrenheit, and 131 Fahrenheit. So if I press it again, so this is now on the highest setting. So I'm going to give this a moment to heat up. So it's not absolutely boiling. It's not the same as using like a heat pack. Oh, I'm saying that, it's getting a lot warmer now. It kind of feels like, yeah, it feels like a warm radiator. And now I would imagine if you actually use that in conjunction with the function of the tool, level 20, and yeah, you can actually feel it. And this one feels a lot more robust as well. And again, for the price, this feels, don't get me wrong, it's not like absolutely boiling, but it's enough to where I can feel the benefit of the heat. This one will probably be good if you're like warming up for a session just to get activated. I know a lot of people like to use these for recovery, but I think that tendony problems or anything that needs warming up before a session, this will be pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah, I believe you have to charge these separately, which is the only thing. So that charges separately to the tool itself. So you just don't want to lose that. I would have thought this would be about £100 with this. This was the one that I was probably the most excited for, because obviously it's like a pretty cool gimmick. Reminder to use the coupon code if you want to save money at the checkout. Shop all my picks down at the bottom. I'm impressed overall. I'm definitely going to be using pretty much everything, especially I'd say the massage gun, the bag, the resistance bands, the gravity boots, even little things like the massage ball, the ab wheel, basic stuff that normally you'd have to pay like 4 or 5 times the price for. It's just there and it does the exact same job. So yeah, overall, I'm happy with that. I'm happy. So yeah, I'm going to be using it in my training. So yeah, remember guys, use the coupon code if you want to save money on any of this stuff. Shop Temu, you'll be able to see the link in the description. Shop all my picks, everything that I've been using in this video, you'll be able to see in the description. Thanks for watching everyone. We'll be back for training in the next few weeks. There's going to be a lot of hard work that's going to get done. So stay tuned, subscribe if you made it this far. I'll see you in the next one.